This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so in the last class, what we discussed?
About when conditions, jump to statements, showing the customer details based on availability. Reports are available, we showed it, and else we hided the content.
Fine. Now in today, we will be discussing some of the other activity methods, and along with that also we will be learning like what is locking and all like that. Okay, so if you have any work object, okay, so if multiple people wants to access, what happens? So one person can open it, another person, okay, will not be able to open it. Even not only here, you take SQL Server also, okay, Oracle also, whatever it is. So what it will be happening? So when one person is updating any record, another other person should not update the record. Otherwise, what will be happening? So there is like someone changes is going to be not updating. Okay, why? Because it will be overwriting, and other person would not be knowing what exactly is happening. Okay, would be thinking that I have saved it, but it is not updating over there. So that is the reason why Pega is supporting locking. Okay, this locking, you need not do anything manually. So it will be performed automatically by Pega. For example, now I logged in as a administrator at icicagent.com. Okay, so like that, we would be having other operators also. Let's see who all are the operators it has created when the Pega is, when we create a new application. Okay, when we create a new application, so the Pega has created some of the operators. We will see what are the operators created. Okay, if not created by Pega, okay, we can create our own operators also. So where exactly operators which are available in this environment, in this Pega environment?
Organization,
Okay. Operators, right? Organization security, organization and operators. So through this menu also you can go. So here it lists out all the operators, not only belongs to our current application. Okay, even for other applications also, if you created, so all the operators will be displayed over there. So from that we can identify which are belongs to our application by seeing this access group and application. See here, right now these all are the operators available. Okay, so like administrator ICICI TI.com, okay, ICICIgeneral.com, ICICIterm.com. Okay, these all are the administrator operator, administrator at Pega.com. Okay, one is AES remote server. Okay, external user. So mostly Pega operators available. Okay, so related to our application only ICICI General Insurance and Term. Okay, as we are working on the ICICI General Insurance, so we are able to see only one operator belongs to this application. Okay, so now in case if you want to have one more operator, then either open this operator and save as it, or you can create like a create operator option also. Okay, so here this one you can save as into the another operator, like save as. I will give manager at icici.com. Create and open. Okay, so this mail ID, if you want, you can change it, otherwise you can leave it as this, no problem. Anyway, this mail ID is not available. Okay, so like this, give some name, title. Okay, so here we have the access group and application. Okay, so application is the one currently on which we are working. Okay, application is the one currently on which we are working. And the access group, based on the access group only, okay, it will be identified what and all are the permissions has to be given to the user. Okay, what and all the permissions to be given to the user. Okay, we will be discussing in detail more about this. Okay, right now, so if you see for this ICICI app, mainly 4 will be there, 4 access groups. Okay, ICICI app administrators, authors, managers, and users. Okay, for each and every application in general, by default, Pega creates 4 access groups. Okay, right now, the ID which I'm using, administrator at icici.com, that is using the access group of administrators. So he will be having the full permissions. He can do anything over there. Okay, now if you take something called authors or managers, okay, he will be having less permissions. Okay, for example, now I want to give the managers access group. Okay, application is same only. Now save it. Okay, so like that, now 2 operators are there. So here I logged in as a administrator at icici.com. Now in Internet Explorer, login as a manager. Okay, so in Chrome we logged in as a administrator. Okay, here we log in as a manager. So password will be what? In general, when you save as any record, it will be applies the same password which it has. Okay, so previous record, okay, password what it has, it will be applying to the same password even for a new user ID also, new operator also. Logging in. Okay, so when you log in as a manager, so this is a manager portal which it will display. Okay, so based on the operator, the portal will be different, and even in the portal, okay, even in the portal, the operators functionality and the user interface, okay, so mostly will be changing. Okay, so based on his privileges only, all these options will be displayed to the user based on the privileges of the user. Okay, manager will be having some more features than the operators, than the users. Okay, and administrator anyway, he will be having the complete access to the portal or else functionality. Okay, so in general, if you want to create any case, how you can create from the manager portal, if you want to create, here you have something called new, and here you need to select the case. But right now it is not displaying any case, no case types defined, it is showing. Okay, no case types defined. Okay, so if you want to give the access to the application for any of the operators, what we have to do is we need to open the application. Okay, either you can open the application from here, otherwise is there any other way to open the application? You can go to the okay, so under the definition, okay, you have something called cases and data tab. So in this cases and tab, okay, there are something called case types. Here you need to add our flow. Okay, so what is our flow name? Like customer details is the flow name, right? We logged in as administrator at pega.com. Okay. Let's log in as administrator at icicagent.com. What is the reason why it is showing default Pega applications here? So let's log in as the administrator at ICICI General Insurance, which is our application in which we are working. This must. And this is administrator at pega.com is there. So let's log off and log into our application. But we saved as our application. Okay, we saved as a new record, right? So for that we did from administrator at pega.com or administrator at icicagent.com. I think that is at administrator at ICICI only we have opened from the operators list, right?
Yes, gen.com, ICICIgen.com.
Yeah, gen.com. Okay. So now what we want to do, open our application. ICICI General Insurance. Okay, so here go to the cases and data. Okay, now let's see what is our flow under the process. Under the flow, okay, customer details is there. Type the name of that flow. Okay, this name, and then work ID prefix. So anything you can give, like CD hyphen. For customer details, I'm just giving CD hyphen. Okay, and then the class name is what? ICICI FW ICICI app work. Okay, that means this flow is available in which class. That class name we have to give here. Okay, so now save it. Okay, so open the flow. Now run the flow. Okay, see there. Now the case name, it is coming as a CD-1. Okay, earlier it was getting just a C hyphen, but as we have declared in the application, okay, in the case and data, when you run the flow, we said that CD hyphen has to come. Okay, so like that, whatever you specify, that is coming. And this number 1 is generated by the Pega itself. Okay, there is something called one Pega default activity, generate ID. This generate ID, okay, it is going to be generating a new number and assigning to the work case. For this work object, by default, it is going to be assign the number. If you run the flow once again, it is coming CD-2. Okay, so how exactly it is this number is coming means it is generating. So that is generating by the Pega, this generate ID default activity, which will internally calls and creates the ID. But only this prefix will be taken from the application, whatever we will be giving. Okay, so now after giving like this, okay, after giving like this, even if you want to create this, you can create from here also. Okay, so right now no case types defined. Okay, right, no case types defined. Once you log off and log in, we have updated our application only, right? Then yeah. Yeah, now you got the customer details. You also need to select this checkbox. Then only you'll be getting it. Use checkbox to indicate which cases are designed to be created by the end users via a web or chat channel. Okay, so who can create from the end users? Okay, so whoever selects this creates, and new, they will be getting it. And along with that, so as we said that, okay, even in the Chrome also, now this is the portal which we have opened before declaring that, right? Now here also you just log off once and log in. Otherwise, you can just refresh it. So let me log off once. Once if you log off and log in, then only this will be applied. Close it. And again here it's not coming. Okay, so here we have selected term map. The access group should be ICICI app managers. Okay, so manager at ICICIGen.com should have ICICI app managers, not term map. Okay. face it and why it is taking. Okay, now you got the customer details. Jagdish? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. My screen is visible, right?
Yes.
Okay. So like this here, we can select from here also customer details. Okay, so the manager also can create the case here. Now CD-2 has come. Why? Because already when we run CD-1 has come. Okay, and in the same way from here also we can create a new case. Okay, now what I want to do is CD-1 has been opened by the, we will open the CD-1, otherwise CD-2 is opened by manager. Now I want to open CD-2 from this administrator also. Okay, so from this administrator, how you can open the case actually? Where exactly we can see all the cases?
When we click on that work, it will show the cases. Class
Exactly.
work.
All the cases which are created will be displayed when you click on that flow in which class it is available. So under the work class, we have this flow customer details. Okay, so now if you just click on this particular class, then it will list out all the work objects which are part of this particular class, which we created for this particular class. From search also we can open that case. Let's see if it's open. Yeah, we got it. So CD-2, we will try to open from here. Okay, so it's already opened here. Now if you try to open, yeah. So CD-2 is currently being modified by manager. So like that, it will be giving the user error to the user and it will not open. It will not show the fields in that. Okay, why? Because so the manager portal, from the manager portal, we have opened it. Okay, so this is the way the locking will be working. So initially, so when you open any case, it will check if any user opened this case or not. If nobody is opened, then this will open it. Okay, so in case if anybody is opened, then it will give the message to the user. For example, I have opened C-19003. Okay, so now if you select begin, now it will open that particular case without showing any error. See, okay, it is going to be opening that. But whereas for the CD-2, it is giving that it is being modified by the manager. So like that, this will be displayed. And here we have something called system-locks. Okay, there is one PRPC predefined class which is system-locks. Okay, here if you go to the particular class and if you click on that, okay, it will show you the complete list of the locks which are already occurred for the users. That means for which users it is working. Okay, it will be displayed to the user. The same lock information will be displayed here. There is nothing much. Okay, so the message which it is showing to the user, like CD-2 is currently being modified by manager, that will display here. So all the locks information will be maintained in the system-locks over there. Okay, no problem if it doesn't work also, but it will be displayed. And even this will be maintained in the database. Okay, this will be saved to the database. How we can see that whether it is saved to the database or not, and which table it is saving? In general, how can we know that? Okay, the class is mapped to which database table?
Go to the class explorer and their test connection, it will show the database table.
Yeah, go to the definition of that particular class. So system-locks is there. Okay, so here if you select test connection, then it will be displayed. Okay, so PR_sys_locks is the database table in which all the locks information will be displayed. Even the same information has to be displayed here also. But anyway, it is having some error, no problem. Okay, so here my system locks should be displayed here. Okay, requester client, okay, which it is having. Okay, so this is also one of the interview question, like, okay, whenever the lock occurred, in which table it is going to be saving and in which class in Pega, it is going to be maintaining the lock information. So system-locks is the class which it is maintaining the log details, and that is mapped to tr_sys_locks. So in that table, the complete lock information will be saved. Okay, so this is about just the locking. So this is the default locking, okay, which is maintained by Pega. Okay, now when we go to the case management, when we are working on it, then we can apply different types of the locking. Okay, default locking and optimistic locking. In the older versions, it is called default locking and optimistic locking. So whereas default locking means when one user is opened any of the case, okay, other operators cannot work on it. Default locking. Okay, only one operator can open the work object or case. Anything is same, right? So like this. Whereas optimistic locking, okay, means more than one operator can open the record, but only one operator can update the record. Okay, so opening means what? He is just seeing the information in that. Okay, he is just seeing the information in that work object, what are the details we entered. So more than one operator can see it. Okay, but whereas is the problem of which records has to be saved. Okay, so that is the reason why. So we can apply at the case level in the case management. So what type of locking has to be applied? So by default, Pega applies to default locking. That means only one operator can open the record. Okay, so that optimistic locking and default locking, how exactly can apply, we will be seeing later. Okay, now that is one thing. And after that, now what I want to do here in the activity, I would like to update some information. For example, here I have opened one case. So whenever you open any case, here it is displaying the C-19004. So where exactly it is going to be storing in Pega? In Pega in PC_work table it is saving. And what is the property it is going to be maintaining? PYID. Okay, PYID. And along with that, when you open any case, so we'll be seeing some of the default information of the case. Okay, like who updated this one, who created this one. Okay, so and the status of the case also. Currently, the status of the case it is showing new like that. Okay, the status of the case it is showing new. So like that, various information will be saved. Various information will be maintained by Pega by default with various properties. Okay, so where exactly that information will be there means if you go to that clipboard and see, then you can see that complete information on some of the predefined Pega properties. So where in which page it will be there? In PY work page. What happens to this one? It will not show.
Hello.
Okay, 1 second. Maybe two operators logged in. Maybe having some issue. Let me try it. Looks like it is trying to open. So here the status will be py status work. Okay, and even this px create operator creates px update operator. Okay, py id. So like that, this complete work object information will be on the py work page with predefined property. Okay, so even if you want, you can change the status also. Okay, the status will be taken from where? Means in the customer details flow. We will be specifying the status at each and every assignment level. Okay, so here okay, so here in the case status, we will be specifying what exactly the status has to be available for this particular assignment. Okay, so like this, whatever you give at the each and every assignment level, that will be displayed over there. Whatever you will be giving over there, that will be displayed while running the flow.
Hello?